this week on Close Encounter.
How do you keep from getting a big head? I'm Derek Jeter. I'm playing for the New York Yankees.
If you know my family, I wouldn't really be able to go back to my parents' house if that was ever the case.
Do you ever find days where you say to the man upstairs, why me?
No, I try not to because I don't want him to change his mind.
Driven deep to left field. Going back to the
Thanks for joining us on Close Encounter. People ask us why a show like Close Encounter. We're hoping to talk about things that matter, specifically about the faith, values, and ideals of people in public life. Lisa, you know as well as I do that 90% of Americans say they believe in God. And yet you know as well as I do, too, that most TV doesn't focus on that. Why is there an absence on TV in talking about things that matter or about things that are spiritual?
I don't know, but that's obviously a void that we're trying to fill because people do want to hear about that. I mean, people I know in my, in my life, and I'm sure people that you speak to, that's what they talk about, really, what they believe in, why they believe in what they do, their values, who they really are, the important things in life.
Religion touches us so much every day. Let's face it, the reality is there's more killing, more terror, more war in the name of God than any other force on earth. So we're going to try on Close Encounter to say, yeah, but religion, faith, spirituality can also feed the good in us. It can feed the better angels in our nature so that we learn about why people believe, why they do the good things they do, if we understand what's their relationship with that power, that God, that spirit above us all. Is that your hope?
That's really what this show is all about, what we hope to do.
And the 3-2 pitch. Swung on a drill to right field. Going back Sanders on the track at the wall. See ya!
Derek Jeter, Yankee superstar baseball player, is our guest on Close Encounter today. Lisa, we know he's an extraordinary baseball player, very talented athlete, but who's the man, who's the person, Derek Jeter?
Well, Jim, we know he's one of the most photographed athletes in all of sports. He's already considered one of the greatest of New York Yankees and a first-ballot Hall of Famer for sure. As the son of an African-American father and an Irish-American mother, Derek and his younger sister, Charlie, were often teased for being biracial. But the little boy from Kalamazoo, Michigan, knew he didn't just want to be a baseball player. He wanted to be a New York Yankee. In 1992, at the age of 18, he was drafted as a shortstop for the New York Yankees. And he's spent his entire career playing for the team he has always loved. As the team's 11th captain, he's led the Yankees to 4 World Series wins and has guided them to playoffs for each of the past 10 years. And he holds the record for the most singles all time by a New York Yankee. You know, Jim, Derek Jeter really realizes his importance as a role model to young people, especially off the field.
And busy as he is, Lisa, he made time to join us on Close Encounter.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Why does God have a role in your life?
When I was younger, my grandmother's really religious. You know, she always used to go to church all the time, and she'd drag us along. You know, when you're younger, you just follow whoever's leading you. And I went to Catholic school growing up, and I'm religious. I don't try to push it off on other people, but everyone has their own beliefs.
Derek, when you have so much talent, you do, and you have a graced life in many ways, do you ever find days where you say to the man upstairs, why me? Why Derek Jeter given this opportunity?
No, I try not to because I don't want him to change his mind. Somebody else, so. No, it's, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I've been pretty blessed in terms of this is what I've always wanted to do. But I appreciate everything that's happened. I don't take anything for granted. And, I live life to the fullest every day.
Derek, Charles and Dorothy, your parents, married 40 years, an interracial marriage. Did that teach you anything about tolerance from the get-go? Did you ever face any kind of intolerance?
Well, yeah, everyone faces that. You know, I'd go places with just my mom, people would look at me kind of funny. I go some places just with my dad, people look at me funny. If we go together, then they really look at me funny. But I think the thing it taught you is to appreciate people for who they are, not what they look like. And I always had a lot of different types of friends, different races, nationalities, different religions, but I looked at them and how they were as people. And, I think that's a lesson I learned when I was really young.
When you were a little boy, you always wanted to be a New York Yankee, and they always supported you, always told you that that was something that was not unattainable, that was something you could do?
No, of course. They said if you work hard, don't make excuses. That's why I still don't make excuses now. Any goal is attainable.
What keeps you grounded? How do you keep from, if I could say, how do you keep from getting a big head? I'm Derek Jeter. I'm playing for the New York Yankees.
If you know my family, I wouldn't really be able to go back to my parents' house if that was ever the case. But when I was younger, and even today, I don't like people that talk about themselves all the time. You know, I don't like people that bang on their own chest and want everyone to hear about them. Because anyone that's been successful has had a lot of help. And, you know, for you to try to draw attention to yourself or talk only about yourself, I think you're being unfair to other people. So I just never really liked people that were conceited or cocky.
I know this is probably my own perspective, but I think we kind of share it, that at the end of our lives, the money, the fame, and all those things, while they're nice, we can't take it with us, and we stand before whoever's up there kind of naked except for the good that we do. Are you getting into heaven by virtue of the good that you've done?
I mean, I hope so. I hope so, but you probably have a closer ear than I do. Maybe you can let me know.
I'll put in a word.
Yeah.
But you're known to be, I mean, very, very gracious. People come to, you know, I'm sure if you walk down the street, you'd be absolutely mobbed and
he's nice to people.
And you're nice to people. And
I'm trying to get into heaven. Right?
That's right.
There's those points. What would you say to people? There are a lot of people who think, okay, well, you know, he's Derek Jeter. He can do this. But just the average person watching that thinks that, you know, they can't make a difference. They either don't have the money or...
You don't need money to help.
Right.
You do not need money to help. You know, you can help out people every day. You know, you can learn from people and you can help people. I think that's something that every person can do on a daily basis.
Derek, I want to thank you for being with us on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Lisa, you know, I think for so many of us, we think if I had that much money, if you had looks, personality, that much fame, you'd have everything. And yet, for me, I learned today that if you have family, you've got home base. You're okay.
Family, and that's where he got who he is. That's where he got his values from. And I think that's something. And what the most important thing, you know, is for him is to be a good person, which, like you said, somebody as big as he is, it's not all about me and, you know, how great I am and how much money I'm making. But you know what? We had a great interview with him, and we want to thank you for joining us on Close Encounter, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for being with us.